What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GameOverGreggy show. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Top of the afternoon to you, Greg.
Top of the afternoon to you.
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you. I like that you're still keeping this crazy Starbucks cup.
Yeah,
around.
lost it for a while. Didn't know what I did with it. Found it at the bottom of my bag.
Over there, the Hispanic heartthrob, Andy Cortez.
Buenos dias.
Oh, buenos dias, señorita.
No, that's too far.
What is it? What did I do? How's that too far?
Señorita.
Well, okay.
Señorito. Thank you for teaching me
I'm
Spanish
lying.
as we
That's not
go.
real.
You got a little creepy with it. That's where you went. You went, buenos dias,
Señorita.
And then you kind of looked at him at his boob level. It's just not
Okay,
cool.
rounding out the group, it's Christmas in July, Joey Noel.
Oh, that's a good one.
You like that one?
I do
can
like
change
that
it with the
one.
months. Cheers.
Cheers.
To all the cool kids drinking bourbon.
Why is that a good one?
Because my
That's a great
birthday's on
one.
Christmas.
Do you know that what? I was
And Joey
Oh.
Noel.
Yeah, it literally means, well, in French it's Joyeux Noel. I don't know. My French sucks. But it means Merry Christmas.
That's why
It's
when
like
I
a play
went
on
when I went
words.
to Montreal for
Noel. Keep you down. You're the best.
Joey Noel.
So you went to Montreal and everyone just kept saying Joey Noel.
Yeah, they did. It was
For no
Joey Noel
reason.
everywhere. And I think that might have been when I finally realized what was going on with Joey Noel. And the fact that you were born on Christmas.
Yeah, my parents didn't make that connection with the French name.
No.
No.
But that's why your middle name is Noel.
Yeah. I mean, I think my parents liked it anyway, and then it worked out because I was born on Christmas.
That's really cool.
Gotcha.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Greg, did
fact.
you know that one of the topics I was going to make Joey do was we have to give her a nickname because she doesn't have one.
Oh, well, I just did it.
There you are.
Christmas in
God
blank.
damn, you're always.
I get very guarded.
What happens if it's December though?
Christmas in
It's
December.
bad.
No, that's just when it happens.
Can't do it. Yeah. That doesn't.
You can't do it. I guess we'll just have to not say hi to her. in
Now, to be
December.
very clear,
Don't talk
to be
to me.
very clear to the
Yeah.
listeners at home and to you over here on my left, Nick Scarpino, if you noticed, you raised your hand and I flinched. I
happened?
went down. My left hand is incredibly hurt.
Oh shit!
It's
I'm sorry.
incredibly
What
hurt.
happened here?
Well,
Did that
You-
just
You
happen?
weren't here either.
no. So let's rewind. It's Saturday at the Miller household.
Okay.
We're throwing a kick-ass housewarming
I
party.
ate a ton of cheese.
We all ate a
That
ton of
cheese plate
cheese.
was
That cheese was
incredible.
so
I
good.
chugged
Holy
a
cow.
cupcake.
Yeah.
How do you chug a cupcake?
So.
Oh my god.
Greg!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
No, you did fine.
It's the
Throw it
pineapple
up.
can?
Throw it up. No, you wish it was that simple. So if you're a listener at home, there's an image here. You know what? I'll get to it. We're throwing a hell of a housewarming party. We're having good times, good eats, good dogs floating around this place. We're playing a cool penguin game. We've discovered you can now live stream on Twitch via your phone. IRL, they call
Yeah,
it.
very
We're
cool.
doing it. We're having a great time. Everybody's having a great time. Eventually, party starts winding down to an extent. You guys wanted to go see Planet of the Apes. How was it?
It was okay.
Just okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Did you go too? I forget.
I just don't trust Nick's movie opinions, man.
Because the daddy's home.
Because I've heard everybody raving about this
Yeah.
movie.
So far, now it's Nick and then my Uber driver last night who were not fans.
Really?
No, that does not put me in.
What's wrong with being an Uber
They're all
driver?
insane. All of them. The last 5 Uber drivers I've taken, I swear to God, I'm like, you people are insane. You're
So
insane.
you guys have left. We've been drinking. We've been having fun.
Great time.
And finally, it was. I was like, I turned to Tim, I think, and I'm like, I'm gonna make an old fashioned. He's like, I want an old fashioned. And then everybody in the party wants an old fashioned.
Yeah.
So I'm there making old fashions. I'm doling them out. Round 1 goes out, no problem. Round 2 might have gone out, no problem. I forget where we were in the night.
I think we were at round 1.
No. Round 1 for sure got out, no problem.
Okay.
For sure.
Because
I was very
This was my first round of
Okay.
old fashions.
Well, they kept multiplying. The
Okay.
first round or 2 were smaller establishments before it got out there.
This fucking picture just keeps
Now-
creeping in behind us.
Now,
It's so
what?
scary. looking.
Yeah, well, it is scary. I'm trying to figure out the best way. You know, Colin, when we lived together, was the cocktail master.
Yeah,
he had
he
all
loved
the
the
accoutrements and all that different stuff. And so I'm still reassembling it all, and I'm getting all these different things. And the thing I keep forgetting to order, because I got the cups, I got the ice, I got the bourbon, I got the jigger, I got everything here, right? The thing I keep forgetting to order though is the little guy
bourbon.
you use, the guy you use to get the orange peel off.
briner or
you know?
whatever it is.
No, just a peeler.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, we'll jump ahead to the story when I'm in the bathroom bleeding all over the place.
Yeah.
And I literally have a thing of like, why don't I ever, and I'm like, that's just a vegetable peeler. I have a vegetable peeler. Why don't I use the vegetable peeler? What I've been using, however, is,
peeler.
no, I got it. Well, yeah, the potato
sword.
peeler. I've been using this nice cheese knife I got
Okay.
that has the sharp like butt that you can do that to get like the nice
Yeah,
things
oh,
of cheese.
yeah.
I've been doing that since moving and not having all the accoutrements yet. And it works fine for the most part. But it turns out when you're really drunk and you're trying to make 8 old fashions at once, which I successfully did
That was impressive.
We got down just to the lemon needing to be there. I was like, dunk, and I'm doing them all, and I'm holding the lemon peels, and I'm feeling so confident. But then I had to adjust my grip because I had lemon peels in there, went like this, and I went boom, and I went dunk, dunk, and got these two. I got my middle finger, and then the motherfucker next to the middle finger that nobody knows what they call
Ring
it.
finger.
Ring finger, that's the one. And it's one of those that it happens, and I'm like, oh, damn it. And then the blood starts coming, and I'm like, oh, no. And like, I'm surrounded by all our friends, and I'm like, how do I do this? And immediately Grimecraft's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, nothing.
Nonchalant about
Well, I mean,
it,
you know how it is. I've got to
wanna
remain
freak
cool.
them out.
I've got to remain cool. But it's to the sink, and like, it was enough where people turned and went, and I was like, Jen, I just hurt myself. And she was like, and she went to the bathroom. and then I was like, all right, cool. And then now you show the image, Kev. Now I want the image. Everyone quickly discovered what was happening, and then to the credit of our friends and the group of people we hang out with, everyone just started taking photos. To which I was like, I grabbed a paper towel and I'm like, don't post this to social media, don't do this. Like, mom will see this and freak out. I still haven't told mom because it's just a cut on my hand, but I was so drunk that it was just gushing blood into
that's a
the
lot of
sink
It
or
was
whatever.
everywhere.
And so I'm like, I'm so drunk, that's why it's bleeding this way. And then Jen came out, and I'm like, no, babe, I'm really hurt. And she took me in the bathroom, and then we pulled back the thing, and no, I really cut it. I really cut it bad.
I'm surprised
really,
did
really
did
bad.
you go to get stitches?
No, there's nothing to stitch. Like
You
the-
shaved off skin.
it's just
Well, I
I
don't
shaved.
like this
I'm not gonna look. We don't have to do it. You can all take my
can't
my
think
hand
of
Ben
for
tried
it.
to show me a picture last night. I was
No,
like,
no. But imagine the Assassin's Creed A logo cut out of the top of my index
Oh,
finger.
cool. Very cool.
And that's the thing where it's like, no.
But it's scars.
Andy's in a weird
Oh,
place.
it's going
You're
to.
just gonna think
Oh,
that
then I'm a
you're-
big
Think
Assassin's
about
Creed
passing
fan.
out a little bit?
No, just anything dealing with fingers and
Yeah.
whenever oh God, I just can't.
So yeah, Jen patched me up. And now, to her credit, you want to talk about a MacGyver here, a little French-Canadian MacGyver. All we had was Band-Aids. And I'm like, that's all I'll need. And then and it's just blood. And I was like, no, I need more than this.
She sewed a spare finger on me. Like,
Almost. She's like, well, don't use the paper towels. They're just going to keep sucking the blood. We need to stop it. And she's like, do we have gauze? And we don't have gauze. So like, while I'm doing this, I order the first aid kit so this won't happen again because we just moved. But what she does is, like Mission Impossible MacGyver, right? Opens up the drawer, takes out a panty liner, folds it in half, wraps it around there, then tapes it all up.
Really?
And so I just did it like that, just like
Stuffs
an
a
old
tampon inside of
menstruating in my mouth. Yeah. And so then the next morning got
That's
up and went
smart.
out and got real stuff. And then
Super
I
absorbent.
downgraded. Yeah, I had a giant thing wrapped around it yesterday, but then we got home and like these waterproof Band-Aids should do the trick. And so far, so good.
Yeah.
But it's
Way to
super
go,
annoying.
Jen.
Not only it's super annoying because I hate Band-Aids.
Right.
It's also annoying of like I can't remember the last time like I had this. It reminds me of one of the injuries you'd get as a kid playing on the rocks, going up and down the hills on your
stupid
bike or
injuries
whatever.
you got.
And it's that thing of like when you wash it and that sting.
yeah.
Like I haven't had physical pain in a while. Where like Jen of course still washing me on the hand and doing like the indirect water rather than like water hitting it right hard because that'll definitely hurt. But the indirect water and that first 15 to 30 seconds of indirect water, I'll literally sit there and just kick my foot on the
yeah.
floor because like, damn, this
Oh, yeah.
fucking sucks.
Reminds me of an injury I had when I was a kid. I was playing basketball, dribbling a ball near my mom while she was on the treadmill running, right?
Oh God.
This isn't
And
good.
I'm dribbling the
Christ.
ball, and I'm in probably elementary school, and the ball slowly starts rolling towards the treadmill. And it gets right up near the treadmill. I put my hand on the ball, and the treadmill sucks the ball in with my hand.
Oh,
So my hand is caught in between the ball and the treadmill, and it's just shaving my hand. And I eventually, I'm screaming, and I'm hitting her leg because she can't hear me. It's fucking loud. So she finally, turns off
Emergency
the treadmill.
stops that shit.
I pull my hand out, and it's just, red, dude. I'm missing so much skin on top of my hand, and I'm
Your tendons, though,
screaming
and all
and
that stuff's
crying.
fine?
Oh, no, it wasn't that bad. But it was like an elementary school kid, just red nonsense. And I'm, screaming and crying to my mom. I'm so sorry. She's like, why are you apologizing? I'm sorry. Yeah, that
Goddamn.
fucking awful.
That was
yeah.
the last time your mom ever used the treadmill.
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
said I'm gonna go for a run and never.
And it
came
was
back.
since
Never
then
came
I
back.
was like, I need to become an NBA athlete.
Yeah.
This is my calling. So-
That's when you knew ball was
Now you
life.
can dunk.
Yeah, that's
Committed.
I
even
saw
through
life
injury.
through a different spectrum that
Sure.
day. Different
Sure.
perspective.
Different lens, maybe different spectrum.
That's what I said. Prism. That's
what I said.
Kevin, please open the windows. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Game Over Greggy show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each bringing a random topic of discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can get each and every episode early. How early, Andy?
Lots.
As soon as we record them early. People are watching us live right now
Right
over
now.
on a private,
It's
unlisted
fun.
YouTube link. While I'm talking about Patreon, I might as well tell you too, Kinda Funny Live 3 is edited. It is going up as one big video Sunday. Like if you're watching this early on Friday or if you're watching it live Sunday, and then if you're watching this on YouTube as free thing, it's up right now for Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/kindafunny and Kinda Funny Games. Go throw us a couple bucks there. You can get it. And if not, no big deal. It'll be up for everybody Monday, July 31st for free on YouTube. If you don't want to pay us for the regular show either, that's fine. I understand. Money's tight. You got a meth habit to feed. You can go to youtube.com/kindafunny where we post the whole show topic by topic, day by day, until it goes up as one big video in MP3. Remember, I need your money so I can heal. Nick,
Yes.
what's your topic?
My topic has to do with Netflix. I've been watching a lot of Netflix, obviously, and I noticed when they change things, and I disagree with some of the changes they have.
Oh, good. We're making an open letter now to Netflix of changing things.
A
Great.
couple
Netflix.
things that Netflix has done that I want to talk about with you guys. One is
Can I talk to your manager at Netflix?
Excuse me. It's not even.
I demand to see the supervisor of Netflix right now.
You've already done it wrong. You don't ask the question. You say, go get your manager, Netflix. Netflix, I need you to get your manager. One thing that they're doing, at least on the PS4 app, I'm not sure if it's across all of their apps, is that they're auto-playing the trailers for all the shows, which one out of every 5 times, I'm like, that's pretty cool. But the other 4 times, I'm like, I just want it to be quiet. So you have to keep blading over to different things. Otherwise, if you wait on it for too long,
It'll just start into it.
starts into it. And then the other
No,
thing,
let's start-
It's shitty stock music too.
and it's very bad.
Is anybody
Yeah.
watching on non-PS4? That's
I'm
what I
watching on
watch.
an Xbox
watch on
One.
my-
Same thing happens?
Same thing.
Apple TV.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it is a Netflix overall change.
So that's
I agree. I'm not a fan of it.
I didn't like. I still don't like the last change to Netflix when you click in to see the description of a movie
Starts
or a TV
auto-playing.
show and it starts auto playing. I don't like
Don't
that.
ruin it for me. I'm either gonna come or not come, but that's what I say.
Well,
but you know what I mean.
always
That's
come.
every day.
The thing about Netflix that that Netflix probably doesn't realize, maybe someone over there should start paying attention, is that you don't go to Netflix to watch movies or TV shows. You go to see what's there, see if you want to do it, add it to your instant queue, and never go back and watch them. I like to just blade through for hours. It drives my wife nuts, but it's my calming, happy time.
Sure.
Okay, Netflix has fucked that up for me.
Sure.
But the most egregious
Oh, here egregious.
of all of the
Netflix manager.
is the fact that they've done away with the 5-star ratings. Now it is just thumbs up or thumbs down.
Okay.
And I'm conflicted on this.
Lay it on me. I want to hear all about it.
Because on the one hand, I like knowing that like where it ranks on a 5-star scale with other people. Now, people have told me that Netflix, that's not actually what you were looking at. They were like, that's just based on what they think you would like on it. But I think that's actually wrong.
Well, then what's the point of me rating?
No, that
I
was
used to.
true.
Why was I
don't think
rating?
So I've read both things. I've read other things where it's like, why rate it?
I remember doing that all the time. Going in there in 5-star, 4-star, or whatever.
Yeah, it's
I
like
ne-
it's like if you watch Family Guy a lot, you'll have a 5-star rating for American Dad because it's people who enjoyed that also enjoy this. That's
So
what
it was not
Interesting.
See, but then what's the point of having the star? So I guess that makes sense. They go to thumbs up, thumbs down, because then what's the point?
Now- 'cause now the-
You either like
It's
it or
like to
didn't.
cater to your stuff. Like
Now the thumbs are dynamic, where it's like,
Isn't it like
based on what
percentages
you've
now?
done? Yeah, and you should 98% like this or whatever.
I don't like it, and I'll tell you why. because I like. Now, granted, I know that the star rating was just you, but on Amazon, things like that, I like seeing other people rate things. I like the
Amazon.
aggregate.
Now here's the thing. Well, your catharsis there of Netflix and paging through and seeing what's going on Netflix is my Amazon. There's nothing better for me than a Friday night. Let's watch a movie, and I spend a good 30 minutes going through the new releases on Amazon,
boy.
watching trailers for horrible fucking movies.
Terrible
Yeah.
movies.
Terrible movies. So once you get through the first round of like, all right, cool, here's a bunch of new movies that I didn't see in the theaters, and it turns out I'm not going to see here either. You get into like really like, hey, here's this low budget horror movie we all made over a weekend and put out. But the problem is, Amazon doesn't make it easy to rate those movies ever.
No.
I buy movies off Amazon all the time, and I think I actually have to go into Amazon.com to do it.
Yeah.
So you go through and you see these terrible movies that are like, yeah, fucking 90 or 5 stars or 4 stars or
the
whatever.
Bear Witch Project.
That sounds
It's
pretty good.
hilarious.
The erotic
Hilarious.
witch project.
I would support a movie called The Bear Witch Project if all the main characters were bears.
Yeah.
And there was still a witch out there somewhere. Like, there was still looking for it. They're just like, I'm so scared.
Against the wall.
What if it was BARE Witch Project?
Oh, everyone's naked?
We've talked about the erotic witch project part 3, right?
No, but I'd like to.
This is the movie me and my friends back in the day at the Stratford Square Mall, Bloomingdale, Illinois represent. We went there, and I forget what it was. It wasn't FYE, but it was the other kind of FYE.
Sam Goody?
Yeah.
no, not
Tower.
FYE.
Records?
At some point, we looked this up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll keep it short. But new people come and go all the time. But anyways, we wanted to get a low rent porno because we're not like a real porno, but like what they sell at a Sam Goody or whatever. So we get Erotic Wish Project Part 3. Go back, watch it. It is ridiculous. I mean, it's two girls fucking out there or whatever. Sure. But they have this subplot of how this gorilla escaped the zoo. And so they build it throughout radio transmissions just so when they like get into this threesome at the end, the gorilla walks up and then can grab the camera and record them and not break what's going on.
The
here.
reality.
Yeah, break
That's
the reality
high
of it.
art
You know
right
what I
there.
mean? Yeah.
I like that.
Anyways,
That's
though,
something.
we watched it, we bootlegged it, and then we wrapped it in cling wrap, went back and returned it and got our money.
Good for you.
That's what you do when you're done.
Oh wow! You
Yeah.
made it look like it was unopened.
Exactly.
Wow.
Very terribly. But I'm sure the 16-year-old that we were like, oh man, this is an adult. He didn't care.
So going back to the ratings.
Sure.
Let's
But
talk about the Bear
this
Witch
is why
Project.
I'm really conflicted is because it takes it's a shift in mentality, right? They're saying to you, hey, we're trying to give you this catered experience, but there's no, to me, it's just lacking in any sort of like quality assurance, Like I don't know, I know based on seeing the movie title and seeing the description and the poster whether or not I recognize it. So I know whether right there I'm like, I don't understand, I don't know what this movie is, it's probably not going to be very good. But there's no metric that lets me know if it's good or bad. I have to now make that decision for myself.
Isn't the
and
thumbs
I'm
up the good or
lost.
bad?
No, the thumbs up is just based on an algorithm of whether or not you liked other similar things. But if it's a movie about cars and it's Fast and Furious versus those, thanks, bud. A Fast and Furious movie versus
Love Cool Greg.
Need for Speed, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well maybe I guess one could make the point that they're on the same level, but it's not necessarily something that. How do I know I'm going to enjoy that? Or
Sure.
not? How does that computer know?
Here's
it for me?
the whole thing, though. Haven't you given up on that at this point anyway? Because I remember when Netflix first popped on the scene, and I am old, and we got it, and I was getting the DVDs sent to me. I would on lunch breaks totally click over to Netflix and just go through their catalog and rate stuff because I was like, oh, I do want to have new experiences and be like, oh, because you thought The Rocketeer was okay, we think you'll like this.
You'll
kind of
like.
thing. Yeah, exactly. What if I thought The Rocketeer was okay? What movie would I enjoy, Andy?
Dunstan
Angeli-
checks in.
I was gonna go Angelina Jolie in Sky Captain, Legend of Tomorrow. or
Oh,
the fuck it's
wow.
called, right?
Yeah.
The World of Tomorrow, yeah.
Cyberpunk. No.
Exactly.
No,
but I mean, like,
steampunk.
it doesn't matter. And they did recommend stuff all the time. And like movies, maybe you're different. And I know you're different, aside from all the muscles.
Oh, thank you.
In the way of just like, there's no rhyme or reason for what movie I'm gonna like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like Robert. I guess if Robert De Niro and Zac Efron are in it, we know it's gonna be gold.
We know it's
you know
gonna
what I
be
mean?
great.
We don't
Yeah,
have to worry
100%,
about it. That's about it. I don't
Although
know.
I did try to watch Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. And
Thought it was. I saw it on a plane. Thought
I
it was
really
fun.
liked it.
I couldn't get into it.
Really?
Well,
Oh,
okay,
I love Aubrey
there was the
Plaza.
wild card, and you always have to have the wild card in these, which
Aubrey
is my wife.
Plaza. Oh.
If my wife's watching something with me,
no.
it is like pulling the curtain back and showing me how stupid I am.
Oh,
because also
sure.
I'll laugh at something that I think is
And you're
hilarious,
like, "Oh,
and she
I'm an
won't. And I'm
idiot."
like, oh no,
Yeah.
I
that's a
am a
bummer.
foolish, immature, stupid idiot. I don't know. I just feel like. I guess there's comfort to me, and I know I'm saying this. It was never there to begin with, but I always thought there was comfort to me in that star rating of like, hey, this is maybe you'll like this 50% of the time.
But I mean, that's still what this is. The percentage is right there. I think you're just an old man trying to
knew-
hold on to something.
I had to discover what the rating meant when.
See,
It
I always thought it was an aggregate of everyone on Netflix, but it's not.
Yeah, it recommended to me I don't remember whose stand-up it was, but it was a 5-star, and I was like, oh, I should watch this. It only gave me that because I had watched like
Other
Louis
stand-up.
C.K.
Sure,
and
yeah.
other shit like that. And then I was watching, I was like, this is awful, man. This is really, really bad. And then I looked it up and I was like, there's no way other people think that this is a good stand-up. And that's when I like, what the fuck is this rating really about on
Yeah.
Netflix? And then it was like, no, this is just like, oh, you like stand-ups, you'll like this stand-up.
Right.
And
So that's
it's totally
completely useless.
So it's by, like,
Like at that point, there's no
category.
metric of quality. It's not referring to you something based on the quality of it. And the only way you can judge a quality is by asking a group of people whether they liked it or not. Right.
I know
And
whose
having an
stand-up
average.
it was. It was the guy it was Theo from one of the Real World seasons.
Oh God!
Theo has a stand-up, on Netflix. and
Why,
it was,
why would you even think
it
that
was
to venture
atrocious.
into
Well, I
that?
was like, oh, Theo's still doing shit. That's kind of cool. And then I was like, oh, 5 stars. Fuck, I guess he's a good comedian. Let me check it out. It was so bad.
No.
dude.
Great. You love a Real World, right? Like me.
Love the
Fuck
Real
yeah.
World.
Great deep cut Real World joke in Big Sick that made me laugh.
Which one?
Don't ruin it for me.
Oh, we'll talk about this later.
What was it about?
I mean,
Big
I
Red?
don't care. You can tell
I'm
me.
not
don't
wrong.
remember.
It was the
It's fine.
Lyme disease one, right?
Oh, I don't remember. maybe I'm not that deep into
Okay,
real world.
okay. Well,
She didn't catch it.
No, I
maybe,
did
I'm
not.
hoping I'm not confusing it. I don't think it'd be another movie about sickness that's also making a deep cut.
What's
real world.
Coral up to?
Coral? I don't remember that one.
Is anybody watching?
They all blur together.
The
The
real
Challenge
Miz
world.
was
one?
on the same season as Coral.
Thank you.
Should
But the
we-
Miz outshined everybody. What can I do?
Should we go look for Puck? Wasn't that in
What is Puck up to?
Holy shit!
Like,
think
I bet
Puck
he's
turned
here.
his life around.
No, he's
Did
not
he?
here anymore. No.
Puck turned his life around.
No, I thought he did in one of the things. I don't know.
one of
He's
those
no
real
Judd.
world
Judd turned it all. You know, Judd
rules?
fucking destroyed it.
Really?
Which one was Judd?
Judd Winnick from the Real World of Puck, San Francisco.
Oh,
The
yes.
Puck.
You don't remember this?
I would watch that.
It was
I know
such a
Pedro-
success story. It was
Pedro's the one who died, right? At the
Yeah,
end.
yeah,
Pedro's the one that
exactly.
unfortunately
Rest in
died.
peace.
Such a success story though, because he was trying to be a cartoonist on the thing or whatever, and then he clearly was in love with Pam, but Pam had a boyfriend. And then when they did the Real World reunion special,
Oh, those were so good.
remember they did a really cool like cut in, and it was just on him in San Francisco. He's like, a lot of people were wondering if Judd ever found love, and they zoomed out and he was with Pam, and we all went fucking wild, and they're still together to this day. Last
He was
time I
with the
checked,
gorilla
it's
from the
last
fucking-
3. And then
Exotic
but then he
erotic
also
witch project.
he fucking is a comic book guy. He does a whole
that's
bunch of great
awesome.
comic book
Oh,
shit.
good for
Yeah,
him.
that's
Good,
yeah,
for
yeah.
Judd.
I
Yeah,
bet we
wrote
could get-
Catwoman for a while. Real
We got to
good.
get Judd on the
Oh,
show.
really?
Yeah. We tried.
Why?
Judd
Judd's
is
got better shit to do. than
No,
be on
I
our
think
fucking
just
show?
Judd doesn't really want the limelight that way. I don't think
Really?
he's down anymore for coming on a show and being stupid.
Well, if he's doing art, he needs to come and promote.
Well, no,
that
now he's
on our
writing.
cool
Now he
show.
writes stuff. You're right.
Yeah, well, I mean, we
Wait,
can give
interview
him some viewers for that, some readers. For
Well,
that.
that's what was my argument, but it was also there was a whole hullabaloo about the new
Can you
Catwoman.
tell him
movie.
that like this
Understands.
isn't necessarily the limelight? Like this is
I know this is definitely the limelight. This
This
is
isn't E-
some like an off-color
an Entertainment Weekly.
teal light.
Hold on. Speaking
Are we
of
calling Judd
future
now?
guests,
Yeah.
this old thread got revived this morning. I haven't hit him up.
Oh
but
shit!
That's
Nice.
happening. That's happening.
Oh, I like
That's
that.
a good guess.
Let me know when that happens because I gotta
Wait,
watch
who?
this
Wait.
thing.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh.
But no, this is you're dumb and thumbs ups are great.
Are they great?
Yeah. What do we care? It doesn't
I don't know,
matter.
because
It
I feel
doesn't
like- okay,
matter.
so
Stop even looking at them.
Here's why.
You
Here's
know
why.
what you're gonna like or
And
not.
again, I know we're confusing the
Mark
issue because
Wahlberg in
the
it?
5-star scale on Amazon is not the same as Netflix. Let's avoid those that crazy rush of comments on this video. But on Amazon, if something is at 3 stars, I don't watch it. I just won't watch it. It's got to be 4
Well, that's
stars
an
or above.
aggregate score, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So would you prefer the aggregate score or do you like the thumbs up, thumbs down version of Netflix?
I'd
I guess
pref-
that's the heart of the question.
I prefer an aggregate score. Yeah, sure.
Why?
Because I wouldn't want to waste my time on a movie that's not.
Now you know that I rate these movies too.
Jesus, yeah. I mean, I gave Daddy's Home a chance. Holy fuck, Nick!
boy.
What are you
My
thinking,
boy.
dude?
I think it was a nuanced comedy. That's what I was thinking.
Dude, I tried, man. I fucking tried.
Look, I just went back and watched on the plane ride from RTX. I watched Talladega Nights, and I was like,
Good movie.
Fuck, I forgot how good Will Ferrell used
That's
to
a
be.
good movie, man.
He hasn't fallen off that far, but like some of his movies are hit or miss. But
I think
Talladega
it's-
Nights is fucking hilarious.
I watched some of Talladega Nights on the plane, and I was like, "Oh yeah," but it is that thing too of watching. I'm like, "Oh, these jokes aren't hitting the same way they did back then."
Oh man,
we're just
exactly
aging out.
what
I
They
think.
they hit me. They hit me the
exactly.
same way, I guess.
When John C. Reilly calls him and he's like, "Hey man, is there any way to play the stereo and watch the TV at the same
He's like,
time?"
no, you're living. You.
No, he's
you're
like,
with-
why would you want to play the stereo and watch TV at the same time? And he's like,
Because I like
I like to party. Come on, dude.
You're what ruins the system. You're what ruins the voting system.
No, it's so good.
This is why we need what I'm voting for is that we
want
get
a friends list.
we need an electoral college
gosh.
in Netflix
like
that
to party.
decides. You know what I mean?
ruin-
They
to
just go through.
take shit off of the list.
Yeah, they do it too. No,
No,
Friends
I
list would be
don't
really
think
cool actually.
I want
Friends.
I want to see what my friends watch
That's
because
a
I
great
have like a
idea.
better.
I think
I
you
know
can.
what kind of
But see,
movies
that's
you like.
getting
I
at-
know what kind of movies
Not
you
just
like,
what
and I
they
can avoid
watch, though.
those.
Hold
I
on,
feel like
Kevin's chiming in. Kevin, turn on Kev Cam. Let me see what's happening.
I feel like not just what they watch, but maybe like what they recommend.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Or
no.
what they liked
If
and
you went to a
disliked.
rating system that then mattered that way, right?
Like
Where it was
imagine
yeah.
if every comedy you saw it said Nick liked this.
Oh, no
you could just
shit.
Avoid it.
yeah, totally.
the-
I'd be way more
Off the
interested
queue.
to find the Nick dislike list because I feel like it's 4 films.
I got to the part where Will Ferrell
Probably.
barrels
Like
through the
everything.
house on the motorcycle, and I was like, I can't do this.
It was so
anymore.
realistic.
See, I stuck it through the whole time because I was like, we're gonna turn.
I just
and it was just the
No, but
John
here's
scene
the
at the
thing.
end. I was like, all right.
I loved the other guys with Mark Wahlberg and
that
Will
was good.
Ferrell. I love that
hated
movie.
that movie.
Really?
Yeah, I
Really?
could not
I
get into
liked
that.
I liked it too.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I didn't
man.
We
watch
all
it.
just have very different
should watch
senses.
it.
I own it. You can
As
watch it.
I've said, and I'm not proud of this because we talk about this all the time. there's something, and I'm sure he's a nice person. There's just something about Mark Wahlberg that I can't
What are you
get down
talking
with.
about? I can't believe you
It's
said
not.
that.
It's not even that.
a
Like
big deal.
I don't know what it is. Just something about him.
But a weightlifter
makes me. And I'm like,
Really?
what movies have I liked him in? And it's hard.
Dude, the other guys is good, man.
Okay.
I'll you borrow it.
I do like
Is
even
the-
Ted. I'll give him Ted. I like Ted a lot.
Is the other guy's the
Ted is so
movie
good.
where Michael Keaton keeps quoting from TLC?
TLC, yeah. You know what, don't go chasing waterfalls, man.
Bit of creep.
It's a good movie, Greg.
That part was fucking
I'll give it a
hilarious.
shot. I'll
I
give it a
don't know that
shot.
it's a good movie.
It's not a good
You
movie.
own
It's
it.
a good movie.
Okay, but there's a story. I don't let myself rent things off of Redbox anymore because I just have a history of not returning them and forgetting about it. So that's why I own
Madness Bears.
The Other Guys,
Yep.
The Lincoln Lawyer, and
The Lincoln
is
Lawyer.
That's a Matthew McConaughey
yeah.
movie.
That's a good
drama.
movie, actually.
And the remake of Red
I'm
Dawn.
Abraham Lincoln.
Ooh, the remake of Red Dawn, not something
Yeah,
you want
so I
to
have a
have in your
great-
collection.
Great Redbox
That's
collection.
How much does that
track
cost
record
you when
is
that
It's
happens?
like $25 every
Oh,
time. So now I
okay.
just rent them off of iTunes
There
or
you go.
something.
Smart.
I know you guys are a
Digital.
little younger than we are, but did you have the same experience I had that at a certain point you looked at your like VHS and DVD fucking
Collection.
and it was like one that you bought, Blockbuster.
I never did the Blockbuster.
Really?
No, no.
I had a
Ooh.
buddy of mine that worked at Blockbuster, and
Yeah.
he just
I'd
his
buy 'em, I
whole
think,
collection was just the blue and white boxes. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I
They're
liked
so
it. I was like,
they would get so cheap.
Yeah, that was the thing. I remember buying stuff, but even then, I thought at the time I was still getting the case with them.
Well, eventually Blockbuster, like when Blockbuster first started, it was like, if you don't bring this movie back in 3 days, we're charging you
We're
like
coming- we're
$100.
fucking
Yeah, they were
and then
serious.
they were like just giving you the movies. They were like, you know what? If you don't bring it back in 3 days, it's cool.
Or
Just
no,
keep
no,
it.
don't worry
It's
about
fine.
it.
Keep it.
Please
Don't
keep
worry
coming.
about it.
We should do something about renting
Netflix
movies
ratings.
and block. No, not that at all.
I love this idea of the friends list for Netflix. I
Yeah.
think that's really cool. But I also would be worried that people.
I think that's a thing.
I don't want people to see what I'm watching though, because I watch a lot of like if it's a sick kind of
A lot of
twisted
porno
porn
stuff.
thing,
That's
then
why I
I'll
say
try
you
to
got to
watch it.
recommend it.
All the
You
Human
gotta
Centipede
recommend it.
movies.
All the Human Centipede movies, all
Over
the
and
anything
over
by
again.
Lars von Trier, I had to watch.
I remember I lent my
minute.
Netflix account to a buddy of mine,
Right.
and suddenly in like my recommended for you was all this like really kind of
The softcore porn.
softcore hentai.
Hentai.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was on Netflix.
That's actually
to be
just a
totally
hilarious joke. If you can get your friends logins for like their HBO and just go watch all like the real sex and anything that's like
Cat House.
softcore. Yeah.
Oh man, Cat House.
Cat House is a great one. You know what I mean?
Good one,
That's actually
dude.
just a legit good
that was
documentary
my
series.
that was my dream as a kid. Like I want to go to the Cat House,
Bro,
man.
we
We
can
still
go to the
could,
Cat
dude.
House. You are gainfully employed.
All
I don't
right.
think it costs that much.
No,
Yeah.
they seem like they had good deals. I never went. But
It's like 500 to 1,000. I've heard. I haven't.
buy
I
one
don't
get
know. I
one
wouldn't
free.
know.
you don't buy anybody, all right? You rent their company.
You can't buy people in this country. You can't buy people.
So you're stupid. Thanks for watching the Game Over Greggy show, everybody. Click here to subscribe to Kinda Funny. Click here to watch a playlist of other episodes. Click here to go over to Kinda Funny Games. Click here to go to Patreon. Yeah, I could have promoted other things in there, but I didn't. Now, Nick, show him your dick. I know you want it. Alan, fix my dad. I'm good.